Hi, and welcome back to the Dark Renaissance series, Let's Win Darkest Dungeon, Season 2. And we are ready for our next mission. I've prepared these 4 sad souls, Viewpont, Ross, Bertrand, and Cormier. Or Cormier, I wonder. These guys are level 0, so we are unable to upgrade their weapons or armor, but Bertrand and Cormier, let's call them Cormier, you really want to upgrade that weaponry for the, let's see, what does he get? 1 extra minimum and maximum damage, and 1% more crit chance. This occultist, I didn't look. I assume 1 extra damage, 1 extra crit chance. Note the cultist has high crit chance. Already, so that's good. And we don't have enough for the armor. We're actually, that's our quest. We want to upgrade armor smithing next. It is competing with upgrading our barrack size, which is quite nice, but so far so good. Anything I need to remember from before? Nope. In accuracy, in exchange for 2 crit chance is not bad. Not bad. Very leper-worthy item. How much does that cost? Far too much. So, the mission I picked out is this skirmish in the Weald. Let me quick check and make sure that no one is particularly Weald sensitive. Oh, we have a Weald tactician, which is nice. Fear of Eldritch and Paranormania shouldn't kick in too hard out here. Blight resist is gonna suck, but also has the ability to cure Blight. Oh, I wanted to give Viewpont Duelist Advance. If you haven't checked out the Google Doc yet, you should, because there's a lot of awesome stuff there. Duelist Advance. This guy's got what I want, except for Flashbang. Here, we're good. I trust that this gets better somehow, so I'm gonna see if I feel like it actually does. I want blinding gas because it's awesome. Alright, I'm dipping down, and I'll take Noxious Blast. We're gonna keep him in the very back, I think. Yeah. And the 18% damage isn't a big deal yet, so we'll leave that off. I did outfit Gourmet with the Focus Ring and Stun Stone, which reduces dodge by like 16, which is far below 0. I'm not sure if that makes him like impossible to miss, or if it just caps out at 0. But what it does do is give him 10 more accuracy, 3 more crit, and 10% extra chance for his stun to work. So, oh yeah. And when you do stuff like this, it's really important. Let's see. Let's put Incision as his last skill. To rearrange your skill choices. I don't know exactly what I'm not totally sure what the benefit of Hook and Slice is. It can be used from the back to attack almost anyone. It's got no decent crit penalty or bonus, and it has a damage penalty, and that's it. It's not terribly accurate. Like, finish him, I guess because it's ranged? I really don't know. Alright. We've got no one terribly stressed out. We set all that up at the beginning of the last one, so let's just hop right in. Dupont and Ross. Use all these abilities from the front, except for the flashbang. same speed, so that should get mixed up. Darn it. Everyone's about the same speed. Plague Doctor is a little slower. So this is a short apprentice level skirmish. That means we have to complete room battles. Since we have to do a bunch of fights, I'm just going to take 12 food for the healing. We don't have a really reliable healer. I'm going to take 2 shovels because 2 shovels is always good. I'm going to take 1 key because we're in the Weald, 1 medicinal herb, 2 bandages. I could take... Let's take 3 No, let's take 2 since we have a Plague Doctor. Anti-venom, holy water. Holy water seems unlikely to get used, actually. And I'm only gonna take 3 torches since let's take 4. We have 2 level 0s. And that looks solid to me. Let's go. So what we're doing now is we're adventuring to try and get our armor upgrade. That way we can have level 2 armor, level 2 weapons, and level 2 skills on all of our level 2 troops. I mean all of our level 1 troops. Because, alright. Shovel. Poor start. Now note that this kind of map layout gives you very little choices. You have to go through every obstacle. You just have to keep going till you fight every room battle, but room battles can be over quite quickly. Let's try and stun her. Sadly. Now these slimes, of course, can do all sorts of horrible things to me. This does more damage. Excellent.
With impunity.
Excellent. Thank you, level 2 weapons. We went ahead and put level 2 weapons on our Plague Doctor, and it's very blight resistant. She's not. No dice. That's not gonna pay the bills.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
We can disable her, she'll be an easy kill.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
And a little bit of goodies. Let's actually switch their positions. Let's go with this for now. We'll see how I like it. Alright, let's count how many room battles there actually are, because room battle missions can be over quite quickly. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is not the right setup for me. Alright, we're gonna move him to the front so that we can use our Highwayman's AoE attack and possibly... Alright, we won't be able to use an AoE attack from our occultists. Alright, we don't have advanced armor or anything. They are just terrible at what they do.
Be gone, fiend.
These things are just beasts.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
It has 1 health left. Turns out my most accurate attack is marked for death. Every attack does at least 1 damage.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
So go ahead and use it. Alright, here we have an old tree. And you might not know this, but it's full of poisonous sap.
Hacks laden
Which means
with
the anti-venom
are often
is the
low
cure.
on supplies.
Alright, you just have to investigate the corpse, huh? Alright. We lucked out. It's just goodies. Not a room battle. Nor scouting. I would like some scouting. Scoot him back. We could have our occultist in the 3rd rank if we thought we needed healing, because he can't heal from the rank he's at. Alright, so far so good. Let's pray for no obstacles. Torch is burning down, that's fine with me. Let's eat, we heal up a bit. We dodged the trap. Wow, we're doing great, guys. Never a good thing to say in Darkest Dungeon, actually. Alright, we get a scout off. Okay, definitely gonna be a fight. Treasure rooms always have fights. Fortunately, there's just an item here, and we'll be at 0.
Terrors may indeed stalk these shadows.
Alright, we hit pitch black right in time to use a bandage to get 175 from that corpse. Barely 25 more than the bandage itself costs. Alright, blinding gas, come on, stun. Nice. Hate these things. Let's try and stun this before it acts. Axe it. Excellent. Those dogs are dodgy and jerks. That's a very high crit attack, and this is a high crit hero. It's got 1 health left. Let's actually, the grape shot's coming up. Let's try and weaken all of them so we can wipe them out with the grape shot. Let's see if this seems more reliable than before. Okay, it actually worked on myself, which is nice. Oh, grape shot, why? Okay, since we went first,
Singular strike.
we're gonna use Mark since it's accurate. That thing only had 1 health left. This guy's reduced to using his crappy attack. Remember, these guys are level 0, that's why they can't hit to save their lives. Let's try and kill that. Oh, it's blighted. That means it will die. It's highly resistant to blight, but it happens. No. Yes. Excellent. Now we can use Finish Him, which has a chance to do 33% more damage to stunned units. If we weren't level 0, that is. No point in attacking the Scratcher here.
The bigger the beast, the greater the glory.
Darn it. What a jerk face.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Alright, some goodies, and that was the only fight in the dungeon in a room. So I know this room's empty or full of treasure. I could probably handle another fight, as we do have some food and healing available. Now I want to switch him back here, as I would like to heal. You. Try and unlock that. Item had no effect. Now, if you have a key, these strong boxes, you can... I'm not sure if even unlock... Sometimes I think you can find a secret compartment with a key. I'm not sure if that's actually true. There may be locked strong boxes that I'm confusing them with. I know that you got a decent chance for a trap, but we'll try it anyway. And now everyone is blighted. That was 6 points of blight damage, which kind of sucks. But we will take this hallway. Alright, maggots are annoying because they can cause some serious stress. But they are easy to kill pretty much. Wow. Level 0 crit for 20 damage. And they can stun. Fortunately, he already acted. And Grape Shot was available. Too bad we didn't kill any of the ones that had... Let's see, 7, 11, 14. Use it on himself. Not helpful. Well, I mean... By not helpful, I mean kind of helpful. Get off my nuts, maggots.
A trifling victory.
Don't forget to rearrange your
Victory
party.
nonetheless.
That looks about right. I'm gonna go ahead and 12, 9, 14, 9. You really want to look at health totals. Okay, this is the last interactable on the map, so I don't need bandages for it. Let's have the leper, not leper. Plague Doctor dig this puppy up.
Trinkets and baubles.
Alright.
Paid for in blood.
We weren't bringing much back. That was a significant improvement. And this room is empty, but I believe the hallway was worth it. So that was a quick quest. We are done.
The agents of pestilence will yet be driven from our woods.
We did capture this debuff amulet, which is pretty good. For 12% damage, your debuff skills are all more likely to work, and you're 10% more likely to resist debuffs. Also, we got lots of deeds that we were shooting for, and a couple crests. And a little bit of money, and a little bit of XP. These guys leveled up. All in all, a win. Session with Sainthood. Fear of Eldritch is bad. Unyielding, good. Eagle Eye, plus 3% crit range. That is perfect for an occultist, as they are a very ranged... most of their attacks are ranged, and they are a very high crit class already.
In truth, I cannot tell how much time has passed since I sent that letter.
Alright, while praying, Renaud saw a glimpse of greater beings controlling destiny. Has gained the God-fearing quirk, which he already had, so that's no big deal. Yay, Lockjaw was removed. Now see, an easy quest, it may not look like I got much back from that, and really the haul wasn't, you know, incredible, although the deeds were pretty good. But I did, by time did pass. Lockjaw was cured, we can stick another person in the Sanitarium, stress was cleansed, and I didn't significantly gain stress, so that was quite worthwhile. Oh, he got Hagiomania. Fear of Eldritch. So Second Wind and Unyielding actually go fairly well together. He's more likely to survive being at low health, and he does more damage when he's there. Eagle Eye is nice. This guy's quite deadly in the Weald in the dark. That's why I chose a Lurker Occultist. Alright, very nice. That was so fast, in fact, that let's look at what's coming up, what's available. Alright, we do have a boss fight we can go on, kill the Necromancer Apprentice. I don't really want to do that yet. Dark Tambourine. Plus 10% death blow resist. Minus 8% resist affliction. Affliction is when you hit maximum stress. So that's interesting. I guess you could, if you had a really tough jester. It's not terribly tempting. Hellion only, plus 10% resist affliction. So I would say that resist affliction, if you're not afflicted when you hit maximum stress, then you become, what's the other word? I don't know. Like, you can get the courageous traits, like the good traits. So this might actually make you want to tempt a death blow in an effort to gain a permanent awesome buff for the rest of the mission. Not really my playstyle, but that is a very interesting item. Worth taking on a boss fight, perhaps, but it does lower your damage and crit chance in return. Not terribly impressed. Let's see what my priorities then are here. I want to upgrade the armor smith. I want to save my deeds in case I want to improve the stagecoach to increase my roster size, because now that I can afford all the upgrades from my level 1 units, unfortunately they're all about to turn level 2 and then they're going to be behind on their upgrades again. So I want to look at what they got and who I have. I could use a leper. Tell me you have good skills. Sadly, plus 10 range damage is completely worthless. Plus 5 ranged on him. Not terribly impressive. Last gasp, doesn't sound great. Sickly, night blindness, photomania. Sadly, none of these guys are impressing me. Always take a peek here. Grave Robber, plus 3 crit, plus 10 dodge, minus 12% damage. That is awesome. I would take those any day. Stun Amulet, 10% chance of stun skills, 10 stun resist. I don't find these upgrades to be worth it at the moment, but do note that good items last forever, or until the character holding them dies, that is. But they can be switched between your party members over and over again and pay off a lot. She's finally ready to go out, our tough and deadly Hellion. Does she have the skills I want? Adrenaline rush is nice because it cures blight and bleed. And increases damage by 20% and accuracy, so I would like to train in that. I don't find these other ones to be all that effective. Barbaric Yawp is actually quite awesome. I haven't seen Iron Swan in action. It's basically Wicked Hack, except you can attack the very last person in the row. I'd rather have upgrades than replace that ability. I do, however, want this to be last. Let's take If It Bleeds instead. Iron Swan is better crit. If it bleeds, of course, can add bleed, but If It Bleeds is usable in many more positions. And against many more positions. If any single person dies before her action, Iron Swan becomes impossible. It would be for a very fast Hellion. Okay, we do want to throw someone in the Sanitarium, just because we can. Who's it gonna be? Ross, that fear of Eldritch really sucks. She's not so bad. Torn Rotator Cuff. Not really killing you here. Satanophobia is no good. Lots of Hagiomania, Deviant Tastes. It's fine. God-fearing already makes that moot. Kleptomania is a pain in the butt. Don't like Satanophobia. Enlighten's fine. Calm is a pain on someone with point-blank shot. Oh yeah, I don't like Fear of Eldritch on you. You're kind of my only healer at the moment, though. Let's get rid of... Who are we gonna take? What mission are we gonna go on again? Let's do another short one. That's a medium. Let's go in this medium and get the Hellion item. She more than makes up for it with her self buff if you use that all the time. It's intriguing enough, I suppose. And it's also worth a good amount of cash and deeds. And I like room battles better than Explorer, for the most part. So, what position does she prefer? One of the front two. We'll put her in second. For this one, let's pull out some of the big guns. Dismas in first. Bertrand, Cormay, Dismas, Bertrand, Cormay. That means I can put you in here and get rid of Calm. I want you to be a better person too, Viewpont. Stress relief, nothing I need. Do I want to give him an ability that he can use from the front? Vulnerability Hex I find to be pretty cool, but I'm actually liking this Hands of the Abyss. Oh, I mean Weakening Hex I like. Oh, and this involves camping. Chance to cure disease, huh? Sharpened Spear, I'd like to get Battle Trance for her. I think he's fine, although scouting would be nice. Alright, let's blow some money over here. Not too much though. Battle Trance is a must. Oh yeah. And we should equip that. Dislike Rebel. Let's do that one as it is totally awesome. And that is all I want to spend. I want to save some money in case this expedition is a complete wipe. equipment. We do have this nice debuff amulet. Now, of course, she debuffs herself with none of these current attacks. Anyone that inflicts debuffs? Not yet, but the occultist, we might move into that with his curses and hexes. Alright, medium length apprentice room combat. I'm gonna bring 20 food, 2 torches, 2 of these, 2 keys. As room combats generally means there'll be at least 1 chest room, if not more. 2 bandages, 2 medicinal herbs. I bring 1 extra in the Weald. A holy water can always be useful. Alright, shovels, that. I think we're good. You always want to check for food and shovels. If you don't bring food and shovels, you could get crushed. Okay, so now we're actually going for our next weapon upgrade.
Sapping all good life from these groves.
Weaponsmith upgrade, that is.
Burn out this evil.
Alright, we're in the order I want. I want to camp fairly early because I chose a bunch of buffs, and I want to have those buffs active. Oops, I could have upgraded everyone's weapons, except for hers.
Confidence
Kill that.
surges as the enemy crumbles.
I mean, maggots are fast. But we're faster? Nice.
Give them no quarter.
I definitely should have taken the time to upgrade everyone's weapons. We won't be coming back because this dungeon route is pretty much a straight shot. We can probably only skip 1 room. This is what, a medium? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Excellent. The highwayman is an excellent scout. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, not 13 rooms. We know there's a fight coming up. We've got goodies. Since our torchlight is so high, yeah, we might surprise them. Uh-oh. If both AoEs had hit, maybe we would have just crushed them.
As the fiend falls,
Excellent.
a faint hope blossoms.
Same difference.
Remind
Yes.
yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Goodies. Do I want to let the torchlight die down? Go ahead and burn the torches for safety. This isn't my most brutal crew. And I wouldn't mind surprising the next 2 fights. Whew. Alright, so all of them have acted.
For the slightest lapse in concentration.
A lot more stress on our fresh face here. Let's try and knock him down so one of our AoEs can destroy them.
Well struck.
Wow. That is the beauty of the Hellions high crit.
A devastating blow.
Ness.
A singular strike.
And we're gonna have good light for this room. Most likely it has an encounter. Excellent, and we did surprise him. Looks like AoE attacks are going to be the way to go here. Kill the slime. Alright, that's all I need. But no heal either. They're gonna do me up. Alright, that was the front one. Let's see if we can, yes, save ourselves some trouble there. Let's just finish this.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Alright, we scouted. There's a fight here and a fight there. Whatever we do, our light's gonna be high. Let's go ahead and camp. I'd like to let my light die down
Huddled
as
together,
these enemies aren't really
furtive
crushing
and
me.
vulnerable. Rats in a maze.
Let's take care of healing and stuff. We did bring a lot of food, specifically for that purpose. We're gonna sharpen spear and battle trance. Monster size 2 is the standard monster size, I believe. I want bandit sense, so she buffed herself 10 crit chance and 10 accuracy, as well as 20% damage versus size 2 monsters. Bandit sense lets us surprise more and be surprised less. And I think I want him to just clean his guns. Does anyone have a disease? Because I could take a shot at curing it. Can't seem to right click him. I'm gonna guess no. Let's go with clean guns to boost him. And then one companion 20% damage. She's got, and of course it stresses him out a little bit. With all of her other buffs, her AoE becomes insanely good. She can use Breakthrough, the triple hit AoE, from any position as well, so even if we get surprised, she can just annihilate the front ranks of the enemy. So maybe we'll get to see some really wicked Hellion play here. This is the perfect enemy. Was she not surprised? Is she that much of a badass? Try and restore that guy to health. Spiders are bad.
This expedition at least promises success. The way is lit. The path is clear.
Yeah, let's stick with AoE. We don't need him in front for point blank, since with these two AoE attacks on our incredibly buffed damage dealers, we can wipe out most parties without concentrate the damage. Like so.
A trifling victory.
So if you're gonna have heavy
But a
damage
victory
bonuses,
nonetheless.
AoE attacks become way better. He's gonna actually dig all by himself. And whatever it was, he must have resisted it. I don't want to waste a shovel when I have such a linear map to go down. Room battle. We are way too slow to beat these guys to the punch. It would have been nice if we surprised them, but At least they missed a little bit. Alright, so he already acted. We'll bleed him. Maybe our Plague Doctor can just prevent him from taking any further damage. I don't trust this 100% at all, but that was, you know, that worked out. I don't see how something can work 100% of the time and still fail. It just does not compute. Ouch. Thank you, Ancestral Ring and Debuff Chance. Alright, we prevented 2 attacks against ourselves, which is pretty solid. Go, Disma. Excellent. Ouch.
Such a terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
Note that she's taking a lot more stress damage than everyone else because she is a lower level. Missing 5, but he's got far less to begin with. And if I use it on him, we can cure the bleed before it hits him. Brutal damage.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Alright. There is an obstacle that we're glad to have a shovel for. Stick a tree sap. I don't have any anti-poison stuff. I assume his blight resist is... whatever. Goodies. Look, you can back away from these now. This was in the newest update. You're no longer trapped up against them.
Malformed with missing tent.
Which is quite sad if you don't have a shovel. Alright, this is a relic room coming up. We expect a fight there, but sometimes there's not one. Dig it with your hands. See, wasting sickness. But if anyone can cure disease, oh, it just reduces his chance. It's a Plague Doctor. Should have a 1/3 chance per camp skill usage to cleanse himself of diseases. That's why we chose him. Stun and panic, that sucks. Oh, how many turns do they have? And the stuns. It's okay. Hellion's got our back.
Wealth beyond measure.
Sweet rubies worth 1,000
awarded
each.
to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Alright, fight here. Once again, we're going to rely on AoE. Rabies. Now, rabies lowers our accuracy by 10, but increases our damage by 20%, which might actually be a problem for them. 12 health, 13. Let's use it on ourselves. Excellent. If we kill some of these front runners, yeah, that hurt, didn't it? That's what you get for giving me rabies. Rabies is one of the few negative perks that has some benefit. Alright, they have to use that crappy attack, and while it does, it is obnoxious. It is by far the lesser of 2 evils. Let's take both of those off her before she acts. Well, we do what we can. Ouch!
Quickly the tide turns.
Kind of fishing for a crit there.
glittering gold, trinkets and baubles.
Okay, we can't carry this, and I would love to be a little healthier. So let's do that. Here we have a fountain, and I'm going to go ahead and holy water it with her. Alright, reduced our stress by 30, which is nice. I was hoping in for some heals, maybe a little poison curing or something, guys, you know? A little something, something. No dice. Ooh, we dodged a trap again. Here's a beast carcass, medicinal herbs. Good news about this is I love to eat. Do I need anything else? Jade will not stack up to be as worth as much as a pile of gold, so I'm gonna ditch the jade and take the gold. Alright, little healing. Alright, so far so good. They did seem to win the initiative here. Whew. Pretty sure marked makes him a really easy target. Wow. That was a ton of damage. This opens them all up to getting smacked down by her. Take him out of the fight.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Well, we're gonna ditch the holy water. I think we got... Oh, look at that. And the quest is over. I am going to run my torch down before I open this chest because I'm going to backtrack this way. We're going to keep adventuring. Ooh, he dodged it. Wow, so dodgy.
The darkness holds much worse than mere trickery.
Because I was being kind of impatient. So now I know there are no more fights in the rooms. So I don't have to hesitate too much when exploring them. They're really just opportunities for me to scout, because if there were monsters in the rooms, I'd have to kill them. That was my quest. Alright, let's open this bad boy in case we don't come back, or so we don't have to come back. These bigger chests pretty much always have a hidden compartment if you use a key. Okay. I don't need medicinal herbs nearly as much as I need deeds and busts. You always want to have at least one meal in you when you're wandering around after completing your quest. And as soon as that meal is up, I wouldn't go any further than 2 more rooms before ditching when you're out of food. Let's ditch. Somehow doubt I'm going to find things to unlock. And I'm a little concerned about my health. This, of course, I think highwaymen, I think grave robber, well, I think bounty hunters are the best trap disarmers. Yeah, I already ditched those. I think highwaymen, bounty hunters, grave robbers are superior at disarming. Alright, there is one more goodie to get. This is why you guard your food jealously. And alright, we are done. We ransacked this dungeon. Let's see what we had left over. 3 bandages, could have gone a little more gung-ho with those. A shovel, I'm just glad to have it. And a bunch of goodies. And it looks like our cultist got stressed out, but everyone else is at pretty much 0.
The agents of pestilence will yet be driven.
And we got this
woods.
interesting Heaven's Hairpin for our Hellions. Yeah, that's quite interesting. Gives the Hellion, I guess, a good chance at, instead of going insane, triggering one of the really beneficial effects. Dismas has Unquiet Mind. Mercurial, that makes you more likely to go insane instead of the good thing, the opposite of the Heaven's Hairpin, but also that rarely happens as long as you keep your stress levels in control. Improved balance, that's good for an occultist and other back rankers. Slayer of Eldritch is awesome. Eldritch monsters are rather rare at the beginning of the game.
Something long absent in the sunken faces
Darn it,
of
Viewpont,
passers-by.
that is not what I sent you to get
A
cured.
glimmer of hope.
Alright, we can afford weaponsmithing level 2. We don't need it, except for these two guys up here. We definitely don't have the cash to do anything with it. So I might consider a barracks increase. Let's look what these guys got. Not into occultists, fascinated with corpses. Thanks. Art Noggin and Resilient. Deadly. Quick reflexes. Obsessed with killing. Sounds like the perfect Hellion to me. Another deadly Hellion is really good. Crit chance is kind of one of their things. Amateur Armor Smith is not impressing me. I do like Cambria. Maybe we'll get Coheed later. For a couple deeds.
More arrive, foolishly seeking fortune and glory.
I'll bring her aboard and I'll have an extra slot later.
Of the damned.
I want to keep using my level 0 and 1 troops until I can make my weapons cheaper and get level 2 upgrades. I'm going to use my low level troops to fund my higher level ones. And now that I can upgrade my level 1 units all the way with weapon, armor, and skills, they can kick ass, as much ass as possible. It's kind of a waste to take a level 2 who's only upgraded as a level 1 because resolve level only prevents stress. It doesn't actually improve your combat skills in any way. So a level 2 troop who's fully upgraded can kick a ton of butt in a level 1 mission. Matter of fact, you want to bring highly upgraded level 2s to every boss fight, every level 1 boss fight, like these two, because they have the best chance of success. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm sure that's plenty. We did succeed in our main goal, which is to get our armor smithing up to par so our rank 1 troops can be complete badasses. Next we want to get all the upgrades ready for available to our level 2s, which are going to start piling up really fast. We're going to start having a bunch of level 2 heroes, and the reason we want them fully upgraded is so we can tackle these two enemies before the resistance level gets too high, as I'm not totally sure, but that might actually make these fights more difficult. So, until next time, thank you for watching. I hope you learned something, and if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. I'll see you there.